Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon and greeting to all of us. I am Septia as the moderator who will guide this meeting. Thank you to the director, Mrs. Kalista and colleagues, fellow managers to the present at this meeting. We will discuss the evaluation meeting this month. Before that, this meeting will be opened by Mrs. Kalista as director. To the Mrs. Kalista, you may speak whenever you are ready.
Thank you, Mr. Wawan, for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I hope we are all fine today. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all of you for being attending this meeting. The topic of our meeting today is we will discuss about this month's evaluation in each field of Wisma Kucing. This meeting aims is to evaluate what is lacking at this month and then we can improve it in the future. Every head manager is asked to submit their field report, so to save the time, it's better if we start this meeting immediately. To the finance manager, you can do it first.
Okay, thank you everyone. I will report related to the condition of Wisma Kucing. In this month report, there was a decrease in income which made this month achievement different from the previous few months. If this condition continues to be very worried about causing obstacles for this business in the future. This is due to the lack of people who use services and buy products from Wisma Kucing. So many reports that I convey, I return to the moderator.
Thanks to the financial manager. The colleagues who wants to respond.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Puja, for your explanation. But can you tell us how far was the decline occurred if we compare it to the previous month?
Okay, thank you. When compared to January and February, the decline this month reached 25%, meaning that it has experienced a significant decrease in turnover. I said earlier, where if this condition continues to be met, it is very worried that it will cause obstacles for this business in the future.
Can the marketing team explain why this happens?
The marketing manager convey her response.
Thank you for everyone. I'm Syecha Maulana as marketing manager. So far, our field has been trying to attract consumers, such as placing ads on social media or directly by spreading pamphlets, putting up banners, but it turns out that the results not been maximal as expected. Thank you.
When viewed from the current conditions, it is very possible if we experience this obstacle, and of course, we must be able to overcome this. Marketing department, do you already have a solution to overcome this obstacle? Or maybe there are suggestions from other fellow managers regarding a more effective strategy to deal with this problem.
Yes, I have. From the field of marketing already has two solutions. The first make promotion on certain days such as Padres Day or Cat Day and do promotion on several social media such as Instagram, Facebook, cat lovers WhatsApp groups and so on.
Permission to give advice as on social media Instagram and TikTok the content of the content looks monotonous and unattractive. Therefore, I advise that from the marketing division to update the content of interesting content, starting from upgrade design feeds and there are more eye-catching and upload content on Instagram stories as well as Reels. In addition, create TikTok content with existing trends. With these two applications, it is enough to increase the engagement of our social media audience, so that the expected feedback more viewers know about our Wisma Kucing.
Additional advice for me, maybe we can make innovation on cat street, such as creating a cat cafe and also installing Wi-Fi in our Wisma Kucing, so that the customer do not feel bored while we waiting for their pet.
It is possible that we can make a service package like diamond, gold, silver, bronze, and offering special prices and provide an equivalent rate for special maintenance.
We can also provide easy online services that are carried out in collaboration with veterinarians.
I'd like to add a little advice. Perhaps we can also brand ourselves by participating in the cat contest event.
Thank you for Mr. Daniel as advice. I will consider it in the future.
Those anyone to add?
Nah,
Now,
Thank you for the next input. We will continue to the field of operational. To the Mr. Daniel Triantoro, the time is yours.
Thank you, moderator. This month's report from the operational field is in line with what was conveyed by the previous finance and marketing manager. We are currently experiencing a significant decline. The operational division also felt this. It is because the decline of customer interest in the use of service from our Wisma Kucing. Some times ago, there was a misunderstanding with one of our regular customer because his pet cat was interested by him, managed to open the pet cargo and didn't realize by our employee.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for the explanation. Could you tell us how can that things happen?
Okay, at the beginning of the registration, the consumer did not explain that his cat was able to open the pet cargo safety lock, so that this becomes employee negligence and cause of misunderstanding with the customer.
Okay, so related to that, it means this problem is not entirely our fault, right? It was a real miscommunication between customer and worker. But for the future, we have to improve the communication between employees and customers so we can avoid this kind of incident and it will not be repeated.
in my opinion, we can improve security such as adding a net on the door, providing a security lock on each cage, and regularly checking and making sure the cage door is always locked.
Thank you to Mr. Daniel Triantoro for your input. Then we will continue to the field of personal. To the Mrs. Yunita Andriani, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. From the personal field, help receive several complaints given by consumer. The other is the cat. They are experiencing flea disease. They assume that the flea disease is caused by the carelessness of our Wisma Kucing. So we are working on sanitizing so that it does not happen again by improving some facilities such as cat shampoo products and cleaning cages.
Thank you to Mrs. Yunita Andriani as a personal manager. What about the colleges? Do anyone to add?
I would like to add a few suggestions. I think this complaint can be handled better in the operational department. For example, by changing the type of shampoo and doing general cleaning regularly. And the personal manager can also assist the collaboration with several related doctors to carry out regular health check and can also find out what is lacking and needs to be improved.
Additional advice for me for the personal field, maybe can able to educate consumer who are new to get about proper maintenance their cat.
maybe a little extra from me is improving service and attention to consumers to prevent conflict with consumers while fostering a sense of loyalty of consumers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will improve our service and fix previous customer complaints. And we will also cooperate with personal manager to establish cooperation with several doctors.
Yes, for personal department is also expected to make a continuous training for the employees so that things and omission like this will not be repeated.
The director accepts her input.
Talking about the sample and so on about the supply in the warehouse. So we can continue to Mr. Aldion. I give it back to the moderator.
Thank you, Mrs. Director. Then the last part is the head of the warehouse, provided by Mr. Aldion Residinata as the head of the warehouse. To the Mr. Aldion Residinata, you may speak whenever you are ready.
Yes, thank you, moderator. Regarding warehouse supply, there's actually no time, only the need to just stock in the warehouse with consumer needs. Maybe the preparation of food for some cats, the supply of cat shampoo for grooming, and medicine recommended by doctor.
My advice for next time is to be more responsive in adjusting inventory to consumer needs, and maybe the warehouse head will make a list of supplies needed to adjust the stock and immediately give it to the financial manager to be followed up so that it is immediately adjusted.
Yeah, thank you to Miss Anisa for your advice and input for the future.
If there is nothing else to add, you are welcome, Mrs. General Manager, to convey the conclusion of the strategies that have been discussed at this meeting.
Thanks in advance to everyone. Please, moderator, to share screen my PowerPoint. Now, I will mention the SWOT strategy that we have. It is divided into strength opportunity, weakness opportunity, strength threat, and weakness threat. As you can see in the strength opportunity section, we can do providing convenience online services, participating in a cat contest as an effort to raise Wisma Kucing's brand, establish good cooperation with veterinarians, and provide an equivalent rate for special care and maintenance. For weakness and opportunity, we can make promotion on certain days such as Pet Race Day or International or National Cat Days. Updating interesting content starting from upgrading feeds design that are more eye-catching and uploading content on Instagram stories as well as Reels. In addition, create TikTok content with existing trends. And third, giving education to new cat lovers about cat treatment properly. For strength and threat, we can do 6 things such as installing Wi-Fi at the cat house so that consumers don't feel bored while waiting, making a cafe in Wisma Kucing, making service packages such as diamond, gold, silver, bronze, and offering special prices and improve employee services and giving more attention to consumer as conflict prevention. We can also improve security such as adding a net to the door, providing a safety lock on each cage, and regularly checking and making sure the cage door is always locked. Last, checking the type of shampoo and replace it with a high quality shampoo and doing general cleaning on a regular basis. For the last SWOT strategy, we have weakness and threat. Okay, we can collaboration with several related expert veterinarians to carry out regular cat health checks and also to find out what is lacking and needs to be improved. That's all from me. I give it back to moderators. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Anisa Mutiara. Next to Mrs. Kalista, please give your appreciation and close this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anisa Mutiara, for the conclusion, and thank you to the fellow managers who had attended this meeting and submitted your respective reports at this meeting. I hope this month's evaluation can be a lesson for us, and hopefully in the future we can work much better for Wisma Kucing. I close this meeting. I return it to the moderator.
Thank you, Mrs. Kalista as director. So here we are at the end of the meeting. Thank you for all of the manager. We are hoping to see you in the next agenda. I am Septia as the moderator. Thank you. Good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon.